when people say therapy, they assume talk therapy. There are so many other forms of therapy that exist that are not talk therapy. So you're not a talker, you're not ready, or you don't want to be that person. Google is free. Look into other forms of therapy, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily be a one on one session. If you feel more comfortable in a support group, they still provide you with great life skills and processing skills as well. So, um, yeah, talk therapy is not for everybody because you have to be ready to do the work. However, there are other forms of therapy that may lead you there if you want, or may be helpful if you don't want talk therapy.
You can call me. I only charge $59.99 every 15 minutes, and I'll listen to all of your problems and make you feel better about yourself.
Or you could do it free. There's a couple websites. I'm not going to say it live, but you can get the same kind of therapy that Shane is offering without
Ah!
that $59.95. Just saying.
59.99.
But Black Lexicon said, as men, we need so much interactive experience with women to understand ourselves. And I think taking it on a broader perspective, I think that's exactly where we say we're interdependent on each other. Like just having relationships in general, you learn more about yourself the more interaction you have with others in general. Um, and I think so when we're talking about things like how do you communicate, just saying what's in your head and come straight out your mouth is not, you learn how to do that better through communicating with others. So if the reaction that you get is always a negative response by the way that you say things and people let you know that, then you begin to, or hopefully begin to hone your skill, your communication skills better by adjusting the way that you do speak to people. But I think like a lot of times with, especially in this, technological age, a lot of times we've removed that direct interaction with each other to be able to hone in on those skills a lot better because we're texting each other or it's through the computer. It's not like real human to human contact.
I agree. Do you think that they also, outside of that negative, they also can provide the benefit of helping people work on their triggers? Because like I say, I'm not really an arguer, right? It was either up or it's not up. So my inability to send it up because I'm not in front of you has helped me tremendously be able to, like, I think I haven't ran into this situation yet, but the thing that might have triggered me to react violently in the past may not do so because I've been in so many of these conversations that things that should be triggering will be not as extreme because it's some experimentation with it or some resistance built up to it.
Mm. Because of exposure, you think? Overexposure, so it makes
Y-
you more like
Like
numb,
so,
numb
no,
to.
yeah, kind of like that. So my general thing is like I'm not about to just be wolfing. Like either we gonna get to it or we not gonna get to it. The-
Mm,
but you can't do that online. You
mm.
almost either have to let it go or wolf. And to me, that's, nah, I think I would look crazy yelling and screaming at people through a screen what I'm going to do and have no real way to do it. And then one of the other things, but like, well, I don't believe in. Well, I try to never threaten nobody. Is um, you relieve the ability for you to change your mind about something once you tell somebody you're going to do something to them. Because if you say I'm going to do this to you online, mad, and then you don't feel that way later, and you don't do that, your word means nothing. In my personal opinion. So knowing that you probably won't see this person and you probably gonna change your mind eventually and probably all those things, then for me, that's my thought process on why it's like I'm just not about to be yelling and screaming at nobody. I can't touch you.
It
Like,
is. As a man, you don't think you also have the ability to change your mind and own up to the fact that it's not that you're not a person of your word. Your word still means something, but also recognition of saying, I was angry and I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't change, like if you change your mind, like, because I think a lot of times that's where a lot of guys get caught up, and that's where I say the ego comes into play at that point. Because if you recognize that I really don't feel like that anymore, then why not say I don't, not that you have to say I don't really feel like that anymore, but come to the recognition of saying, like, yo, I know I was mad in that moment, and that's exactly how I felt, but you know what, we good now, and move on. Not that you have to follow through on the threat.
Like I say, it's a very bad stigma about like wolfing or selling, like selling people a dream about like I'm gonna do something to you and not doing it, because at that point your words kind of don't mean nothing. So nobody really take you seriously if you say like I'm gonna do XYZ, and they just be talking. Like I never want to be in a situation where somebody was when I tell somebody move and they like, oh, he just be talking, I don't gotta move. Or so I think that's like a nurture thing. Like where I'm from, you don't play with that. You don't play with people like that.
People
And
be
if you
out
allow
here
people to play
playing.
with you say what?
People be out here playing. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to put my head wrap on, so you will no longer see my face tonight, unless you want me to look like
We want
all
to see
the people we talk about.
we want to see the real Shan.
Oh, you saw her a few minutes ago. You know, I used to braid my hair. I was like, I had to pin curl it tonight. So, did anybody else want to talk about? Again, those services are available. Just hit me up if you need somebody to talk to. I'm going to talk to you just like this too. Hi. Okay. Is there anything else I can talk to you about? You've done absolutely nothing wrong. I call it jiggling your balls. I'll jiggle, with my words. Pump you up a little bit.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Make you feel real good about yourself.
So we talked about honesty. So they're calling you.
I'm going to find something honest. Now, I do not lie, but I will find something nice about you. And I'll just emphasize that.
Is it an 800 or 900 number?
900. No 800s over here, sir.
Daggone, never mind then.
Do you think you
additional minutes?
Do you think you would excel in that type of career, Shan? I feel like you're not really made to do that type of.
I'm very so I'm a caring person. So I really would.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I am a caring person. So I will be really good at pumping somebody up. I'll find some way to pump you up. Now the problem is going to be if you need somebody to tear you down to bring you up, and I just can't do that. I can't do it.
I'm not gonna pay you $59.99.
I'm not gonna hit you where it's low and make you feel real good about yourself.
But you could definitely pump me up for $59.99.
So what about the things you do need to be addressed that the person needs to build on?
Huh?
So what? And I know we're talking about if it was a 1-900, but I'm talking about in relationship.
Okay.
Because I do think sometimes as women, there's a part of us that are trained to kind of do that.
We do. We be on here lying.
Right.
I'm telling you, these YouTube streets with women, they be lying. You be like, girl, I thought you was gonna come on here being honest. You up here lying. Let me just click off.
Not necessarily address the things with our partner that needs some growth. Mm-hmm. Where, like you said, you'll pick out the things that are like, well, I'm gonna boost his confidence in this area, but there's areas that they need to build on, but you just overlook it.
No, so when we're talking about me personally, what my do, so this is what I'll do, is I'll, lower my voice. If there's something I need to get done, I'll just rub him on his leg, make him feel all comfortable, baby. And then I'll just slide it on in there, say what I gotta say. These are some things that I think, just hear me out. And that's how I'll approach that.
Is there anything you need done?